Damek good morning. It is Sunday, August 26, 2018, in the lunar cycle Pakipists, OtsitHB, when the choke cherries ripen. And I've just finished my usual Sunday morning walk and talk at the Elizabeth Hall Wetlands, aka Spopikimi, and I thought I would swing by here to the Copperwood subdivision to show and narrate something that happened yesterday that I've lost the footage for. I don't know why, but several of my video files yesterday were corrupted and didn't turn out. But I got called out to this neighborhood just in here by a resident who found a tiger salamander, a large tiger salamander, stuck in her window well. And so I came and retrieved the salamander, and then I have to think about where to relocate it, and that's where it becomes a big problem. Because you see, tiger salamanders are terrestrial salamanders, and they, like the rattlesnakes, are very closely connected with their sites of birth. If you relocate them, they will travel long distances to try to get back to their sites of birth. Unfortunately, what you see here is really the destruction of their site of birth. This is the loss of habitat, and this salamander was probably very lucky that it didn't get destroyed as the land was being sculpted here. They go deep down sometimes into the earth, well, at least a couple of feet down. They can go, in different earth chambers, and they can reside under there a long time. Now, we got Friday night, we got a rain. And so it might be that the salamander was trying to get up to rehydrate, to get some of that moisture from the rain, because we haven't had rain in a long time. I kind of suspect that's what's happened, because ultimately I took the salamander home. I don't intend to keep it long term or anything, but I have to decide what to do with it, where to relocate it, and how to do that in the most safe way for the salamander given these circumstances. But I took it home, and it spent a large part of yesterday just laying in its water bowl, which is, tiger salamanders do that, but not so often, not unless they need that hydration. So I thought that was interesting. I'm kind of going to monitor the salamander today, make sure the eating is going okay, make sure it's done getting the hydration that it's looking for, and I'm deliberating on what to do, where to take it, where to release the animal. Part of me always says it's a wild creature like anything else. If you give it the right kind of habitat, it'll fall into place there. But that's not necessarily what the research shows. Research shows that they'll go back and try to get to their natal area, which is currently destroyed. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have 100 crickets at the house that I bought for bat nests that I haven't used. So my plan is to feed up this salamander really good, and maybe with the next moisture, I'll release it somewhere. I just haven't decided where yet, but it's got to be somewhere up in the upper plains, and somewhere that's not going to be quickly developed, that I have to worry about the thing's life being in danger. So that gives me limited options. Anyway, that was one thing that happened yesterday that I lost all of the footage for. Another thing that I was involved in yesterday, it was really cool, was training some search dogs to avoid rattlesnakes. Now, a few weeks back, I had got called to the site of a rattlesnake roadkill, where it was very recent. The snake died in my presence. I took that carcass and immediately threw it in the freezer and notified Oli Larson, one of these dog trainers, who's been a a subscriber to the channel and has talked to me about these possibilities. We want to explore the development of a program, a rattlesnake aversion program for dogs in Lethbridge. And so yesterday was our first foray into experimenting with that. I brought the snake, and we laid the snake out to see whether the dogs would catch wind of it. So we've got the rattlesnake under this spruce tree. And this is the first dog that's been led past it. And what we're looking for is, you know, when does it notice the snake? And then once it notices, given a gentle little correction to let it know, don't bother that, keep moving. That's that gentle correction right there.
Taper down?
Yeah, but she still wanted to go, I think.
Yeah.
Because our dogs are used to going to the article, right?
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. And used to going to HR.
And they check anything.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like check.
So I guess my question is, are we training them to?
No, you're not. That's why we don't pressure on it. No magic word.
Okay, so here's dog number 2.
I think I'm just going to leave here. That'd be great. So I took a vote.
Sorry.
Somebody went, so that's why I stopped and started, so it's fine. She's a gentle dog.
Yeah, it's close. Didn't even pay attention to it, yeah. Nope, didn't notice it.
Is she tracking you? Maybe track.
There, she noticed. Right on top of it.
It wasn't sand, it was just eyesight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she is visual.
That was.
She was visual. Yeah, that might have been. I was just saying she might be tracking feet going across a little bit. I started talking to her and she said, "No." So it was great that she didn't take the married. It's the worst
Nothing.
Another
Time to poop.
You know, I'm not saying I'm right, but there's possibility. Like we have situation with the dogs when we were searching for a dead person in the middle of the river. They were doing the same. Is no any data, you know, any research done, but if the dog is approached, some dogs if is approaching like human part, they trying to pee on it. Some dogs.
Oh yeah.
And you cannot really train them not to do it because
Right.
that's nature, right?
He's not really picking it up either, is he?
Oh, no, no. The first one, which looks like he was picking up, it wasn't the scent from the snake. It's just, this dog is like this one. See, he's sniffing places where he was pooping.
Right.
And you know, he even right now is giving indication like he sensed something, but you see right now, but there's no snake over there, right?
Right. At first, the dogs really didn't catch it too much. They caught, it was more visual. But as things went on, they started to get the smell of the snake and understand that they're not supposed to bother with it, right? So it took about 6 passes per dog to get them to the point where somebody could walk them past even without a leash, right? They could be not even on the leash, and they would know that they're supposed to avert that dog. Okay, we've moved the snake. It's now up in this small bush here. Took it up off the ground and concealed in the bush so that hopefully the dogs will catch it by scent rather than vision. Yeah, you got something there, hey? Second test now. Yeah, cut something.
I paid for the session, but
Yeah, I came
So why are they smelling it now and they didn't smell it before?
right?
there's more wind coming through.
There's more wind. But they were like right at it before.
Yeah.
Like I know, since we're super close.
Yeah.
A lot of dog scents.
And also
work
the
has to do
rattlesnake is also it's also more pliable now. There's more
Right.
the frost is coming out of it.
That's true, yeah.
Warming up, exactly.
Now the dog is offline. We're gonna see if he can be averted from the snake without having any tension on the line.
But you still
Go.
Now it's
we tell you to do something when you do it. Not to do something when you do it.
But he wasn't on the line.
that doesn't matter. All you have to do things.
We just did.
You hear what you said, right?
All right, she did it.
Now. So that's a wind direction, that's on the corner.
Yeah, he caught some.
good job. That's
Yeah.
that's very nice.
That dog. So it didn't take much, but these are dogs that are used to being trained. They know the drills. They know that they're, when they're supposed to be in learning mode, and they're looking for what to do, right? This might not be every dog, and there's a lot of room to explore here yet before any program of any sort is developed. The next step that we're doing is they've given me a bunch of clean rags and stuff to keep in my snake transport case, and as those rags get snake smell on them, in whatever snakes I pick up here at the end of the season, then they'll try to train with the snake smelling rag and see how that goes. So we're going to experiment with some different things, but ultimately with the goal of getting a rattlesnake aversion program rolling at some point in Lethbridge. So that was really cool. Not much else happened. I had my usual 2 skunk pickup of the morning, and today, as you can probably hear, it's a little bit breezy, a little windy, a little cool. I've got on 2 layers of t-shirt and a sweater, so we'll see whether or not there's any snake calls or anything that come forth today. I've got to go home right now, clean up the house, and prepare for a visitor to come and check out our puppies. My wife has 4 Chihuahua puppies that are for sale. Well, one of them is claimed already. She's looking for a $200 deposit that would be put toward the vaccinations and chipping and all of this of the pups, and then on top of that $200 donation, then an additional $700 for the pup itself. So if any of you are living in Lethbridge and you're wanting a Chihuahua pup, they're really adorable. We got 2 boys and 1 girl who are yet unclaimed, but I imagine they won't be for forever. Somebody's coming this afternoon to look at one, so got to clean up the house, get ready for the visitor, and we'll see what else comes on board.